In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the headlight bulb in the Chevy Equinox. It's going to be very similar to a Pontiac Torrent and GMC Terrain and some Saturn vehicles. As you can see, this driver's light is okay, but the passenger light is out. We're going to change both to LEDs, and I'll show you how to do it step by step. So the next thing we need to do is remove this chrome trim piece. And if you have some plastic trim tool removals like this, it's really going to help pop this off. I'll put a link in the description for everything I'm using. We need to get behind this chrome trim piece, pop this off, and then we're going to bring the headlight housing out to change the bulb. So you can get the trim tool behind this, and as long as you're using a plastic one, you're not going to scratch or scuff anything. And then we're just going to pull out gently to remove that piece. We need to remove 3 fasteners. We got one here, and one straight down there. So we're going to use a 7mm socket to remove these top screws. Now with a 10mm socket and a long extension, go ahead and remove that bottom screw. To wiggle this headlight assembly out. Don't just pull straight out, don't just pull straight this way. You need to kind of gently wiggle and get around some of this trim piece, and it mostly needs to come straight out and a little this way. So to remove the headlight, all you have to do is twist to the left. It's going to pop right out, and that's going to reveal your headlight. Now to remove the headlight from the connector, push straight down on this white tab, pull straight out. These are the new LED bulbs I'm installing. I've been using these for the last 3.5 to 4 years. I've installed them on many different vehicles. I've never seen one fail. Everyone seems to like them. They really light up the road nice, and you really don't get brights from other vehicles. So they're a lot brighter, just not too bright. Now always handle your new headlight or taillight bulbs with latex gloves. You never want to touch a bulb with bare hands. The oil from your fingers will get on the bulb and create a hot spot. So now we're going to go ahead and install this new bulb. Separate the bulb from the housing that comes with it. Going to push in and turn and lock this part in place. So now you'll see on the headlight there's 2 tabs right here. And there's 2 tabs on the housing you just put in. We're going to push in and turn about a half a turn, and that's going to lock it in place. Give it a slight tug to make sure it doesn't come out, and then all we have to do now is make the connection. Just make sure that your factory connector is clean, and we're just going to push these 2 together until they click. This has a little more wiring than the factory, so you just want to put a zip tie on it that's supplied and zip tie it up out of place. Now to even further secure this, you're going to put this double-sided tape on the back of here and right on the side of the housing. And now the new bulb is secure. So just set your headlight housing kind of back into place just so it doesn't fall out of your vehicle. And let's test to make sure that the bulb works. I don't want to put this all back together and find out our bulb doesn't work. Now that we know for sure that the bulb is working, we're going to go ahead and put the housing back in place. Check out the difference in the brightness from this LED bulb to the factory bulb on the driver's side. This housing back into place. There is a small tab. It's kind of a locating tab up here that will help you fit it in place. Well, you shouldn't have to push on it or anything. It should sit right in place and all the holes line up. All the 2 top 7mm screws first, and then we'll do that bottom 10mm. I'm just going to thread these down until they're slightly snug, because if I need to move it around a little bit, I want these loose so I can line up the one down there. So I'll go ahead and tighten up that 10mm screw, and all you want these to do is just be a little bit past snug. Up these 2 top 7mm screws. This is nice and tight, so we can go ahead and move to the driver's side. Once one light bulb goes out, the other one's not far behind. So we might as well go ahead and change them both. It's going to be the same situation on the driver's side. We'll go ahead and loosen up these top 7mm screws and take those all the way out. And if you have a flashlight, that 10mm screw down in there in the bottom is not too hard to take out. You just don't want to try and drop it on the floor. I get it really loose and then take it out with my fingers so it doesn't fall out. Alright, we're just going to kind of wiggle it out nice and gentle. Pull up on this tab here to get it out of that locking position. A little back and forth movement and out it comes. And we'll twist this to the left or counterclockwise. Pull out the headlight. Push down on this white tab, pull straight out. The new headlight, I'm just going to twist and pull this part out and install this separately. Then go ahead and zip tie that wire kind of out of place. And before we go through all the trouble of reinstalling, make sure that the headlight is working. Now we'll go ahead and install those top 7mm screws. I'm just getting them finger tight in case I need to move the housing a little bit to get that last 10mm screw in. We'll snug up the 10mm. And now just go ahead and snug up those two top 7mm screws. Put that trim piece back on. You just want to make sure that all these tabs are free and clear. If you have any that are bent down, straighten them out. And we're just going to simply kind of line up the tabs and push straight in. Inner tab first, just push it in a little bit, and then I'll work my way out to the outside. Go ahead every couple inches and push this trim piece in. And now I know it's secure. Now congratulate yourself on a job well done. You've completed this task without taking it to a dealership, so you've saved yourself some time and money. If you're going to install standard bulbs, it's pretty much the same procedure. I always install LEDs just because it's probably the last time you're going to have to put bulbs in your car. They last forever, they're a lot brighter. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.